Hi, how's it? In the name of Jesus Christ, it's your girl Cranky. I hope you're good, I hope you're peachy, I hope you're stellar, and I hope you're in a neat little bunch. If you're not, welcome to the party. What's up, what's good? Let's just get straight into this message because I would really like to be done today as soon as I possibly can be done. Okay, so kindly look out for my, just putting some caveats out there. Please kindly look out for my captions. They're not always accurate. They sometimes use a small g for God. They are sometimes irreverent, misspelled and all that jazz. One day in the future, God willing, I'll adjust them. Should the Lord award me an ability to do that, well, like when I have an incentive, okay? Because right now I don't, because nobody's watching my long form content. And then I'm very potentially wearing app makeup. If I am, you will know. If I'm not, you'll also know. Alright, and then I have like a segment here that I do that I just keep in, and I just want to make it really brief and succinct because right now it's too early in the morning for me to just be wasting time on a whole bunch of stuff. Boom, I really hope it's there. Yeah, I'm blushing my cheeks to display to you that when you prick me, I bleed. When you punch me, I say ouch. When you roll over me with a steamroller, I will probably die. It is in order to inspire empathy because people are treating me like trash. Alright, let's just get straight into the message of that said trash treating, but it's not going to be long today because it's Saturday and I really need to give myself some kind of a semblance of a break on the weekends, including shortening my messages. Today's the 28th of April 2024. That would be a Sunday, but for me it's still Saturday because, you know, I've spilled over into the next day, so it's actually the 27th of April 2024, and it's a relatively whatever day in terms of my emotional climate. I am innovating, and when I'm in the center of innovation, I really don't have time. I can't think about too much sorrow, or maybe, yeah, I don't know, I am sad. I'm trying to increase my long form hours, guys. Sorry. Watch hours. I'm sorry, was I supposed to do decorum? I like it. It's alright. When my hair looks like this, I have no decorum. But it's growing. That's all that matters. Anyway, I am very soon due for a haul on my hair, and I had like a horrible dream about that, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever. Look guys, there's a lot of demonic attack happening, but God gives me reprieve on some days. Some days are better than others, and yeah, like right now I'm on an innovation streak. I am really striving to grow my watch hours so I can monetize one of my channels at least, that I might be reprieved from financial strain to a certain extent and just buy myself things, small little trinkets. Of course, we're not looking for a big fat apartment or a change out of my tires or a purchase of a battery for my car. Yeah, just basic money. Well, maybe a battery for my car might actually be in that budget because it's like, yeah, like not that expensive, but you get my point. I need to monetize. I need to monetize. I need to monetize. And I need to monetize before August, before my birthday. Yeah, I already have 1,000 watch hours plus on 2 of my channels, and I'm looking at them. Even though my smaller channels are growing faster than my bigger ones, I'm still looking at the ones that have got 1,000 subscribers plus. But however, I've got more watch hours on my smaller channel, so I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm innovating, and that's why I'm only coming at this terrible hour of the morning, because I'm still in the process of innovating and testing some things online, right? I'm testing what I can potentially do to ramp up my watch hours so as to gain a big enough subscriber base and a big enough loyal watch me base of people that are going to watch my longer videos. My longer videos are not going anyway because they're important. They have got a lot of meat, a lot of beef, a lot of girth of information, and I cannot just brevity them up. I can't do that because of the fact that, like, what's the point then? Because God is the one that sends, God is the one that speaks, but I need to grow my channel for the sake of reprieving myself from all of this sorrow. And I also need to grow it because people need to start watching my long form content because it's very, very prophetic and it's important for people to hear it. I would imagine the Lord did not give me a gift just for no one to listen. And yeah, so I'm innovating. And my innovations are along the lines of, you'll probably see them by the time I upload this video. You'll probably be like, oh, I spotted it. That's if anybody watches this video, which is unlikely. I am doing shorts for long form. That's my idea. Shorts for long form, so essentially stuff outside of the 1 minute mark. I'm uploading little short videos that don't however qualify as shorts, and I'm trying to make them good enough quality for people to linger on them all the way to the end to improve my click-through rate and stuff like that. So basically I want to make them as engaging as my shorts, just slightly longer, and yeah, just fill my long form space with those and see if that's not gonna like boost my watch hours. I tested it with my long form content yesterday, where I cut up one of my long form videos, but I found myself so bored of just cutting it up and having to re-listen to myself. And on top of that, I was just like, it was late at night and I was just like, yeah. But anyway, this morning I went in again to check. This afternoon I went in to check whether or not they got taken up at least more than my long form content. I don't look at my stats for my long form content. I'm not trying to have a dagger pierce my unfortunate heart, okay? But I have a general awareness that that my long form content is not being viewed. It's ridiculous, because of the fact that my watch hours are not quite where they're supposed to be. But I don't want the detail. I don't want the granular detail as to what that is all about. I find it strange that I can grow so many subscribers and not have anybody watching my long form content. That is just the work of charlatans and like spiritual harlots from here to Timbuktu. So I am employing the same strategy for my shorts as for my long form, to essentially be so engaging that these charlatans all over the streets of Johannesburg and co cannot basically cause resistance of my work. Like they failed. They could not stop the shorts. They have been coming at the shorts with spells and everything to stop me from growing. I'm still growing, but I'm growing only in subscriber numbers. So it tells me that people are happy to listen to the content that is in my shorts to a point of subscribing to me. So if I create similar content in my longies, then maybe people will watch me. In other words, similar music, similar editing style, similar aspect ratio, yeah, for long form, and no more than 3 minutes. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And today I went in to go and check. Alright, I went in to go and check, you guys. And I'm not even in the mood of using TubeBuddy, the free version of vidIQ, because like I said, God is the one that sends me. The keywords here are gospel and Christian, plus I have like a whole bunch of default ones all up in my grill. But those two platforms, especially TubeBuddy, which is the one that I used initially, did help me initially grow before I got frozen all of a sudden in a test that ransacked me for 2 years. But then I overcame and now I'm here and I'm growing in subscribers, but I'm not growing in watch hours except on 2 of my channels. But the growth is not good enough. I grew 50 watch hours in a month, more or less, across my other channels, hey, the small ones. And on my big channels, the bigger ones, literally no movement. Like no one is watching me. That is creepy. That is weird. Even with the usage of thumbnails and everything. And you know what I blame that on? The fact that people that are harassing me with sorcery and ransacking my life, these South Africans that I am in flight from to a point of uploading my content at different hours at like non-South African hours of the day, yeah, they know only my bigger channels, my links, my basically where it is that they're at. The smaller channels, they don't know them. They don't have access to them. They just don't know them, and I feel like God has just kept them blind. So they are kind of organically growing. They're kind of left alone. I am being afflicted here by literally people in my own backyard. I gotta get out of this country. I spoke about that the other day. Yesterday and day before that, the topic was largely on the buffoonery in this South Africa that I live in. Ain't nobody out you catching a breath of fresh air, because ain't nobody out you happy to let a person live. 1 second. Anywho, anyhow, my computer is slow like a snail and a sloth all in one sitting. It's just like, what's going on? Yeah, whatever. So my intention is really just to grow wherever I can grow, as feverishly as I can grow. And if at all my strategy, the idea that I'm about to employ is effective, if it all, you know, my thought process in thinking that perhaps maybe if I create long form content just like my shorts, short but longer than just a short, that it'll get taken up. If that works, it should boost my numbers significantly for watch hours and also subscriber numbers. It should give me both, basically. You know, there are people in this world that actually gain subscribers from long form content. Believe it or not, it happens in this world. Yeah, not in my world. I only gain subscribers from shorts, and that's just unacceptable, because really I'm trying to get people to watch my long form. Largely, I mean, of course I have gained subscriptions in the past from long form content, but most of it is from my shorts, and I want to see if I can't gain, you know, basically like just, oh no, the growth that I desire, I want to see if I cannot get it. You see, multitasking. I mistakenly closed an application that was supposed to stay open, but whatever. We'll open it over 10 years. It's okay. Yeah, whatever. Alright, life is life. Like, that's just the story of my life. Everything sucks. Anyway, very well. If that strategy works, I should gain subscribers, long form content too. And also, watch hours. Watch hours. I am gunning for watch hours. So I've started basically, because I was bored with creating long form content out of my long form content, I made a decision that I'm going to create organic content from scratch. Yeah, so basically just record like a little 2-minute video, a little 3-minute video, and edit it the way that I edit my shorts, add the kind of music that I add in my shorts with the level of amplification of sound for the music, make it kind of like low-key inspirational, I don't know. Because today I went into the videos that I uploaded from my long form content that I put up, that were there for the sake of trying to see if there's any traction that can actually be gained in gaining watch hours from that. Chopped it up, got a little bit bored, however, whatever. I went into it today, the analytics of it for just that video, because I don't look at my general analytics. I will pass away. My emotional state is just much too sensitive, too fragile as at present. Anyway, whatever. So across my 4 channels, there is witchcraft heavy on my main channel, guys. The big one. Yeah, with the almost 1,400 subscribers. Yeah, it's big for me. Don't come at me with a flying kick. Yeah, okay. There are all different kinds of like Tsotsies on there. Just bandits. All of these like random South Africans that I'm flying from, as well as that American buffoon. They're just all over, like little snakes crawling on there like maggots, just, you know, wobbling around in that joint, eating at its scavengers, you know. Yeah, that channel is obviously attacked seriously by the satanic barrage of South Africa, the satanic covens of this country, the satanic naysayers of this nation, the randos that insist on keeping South Africa in a state capture by witches. Yeah, that channel has got that hissing snake on it. Like, it's properly there, and I see it, I feel it. There's like an eerie violin playing, a sense of foreboding. When I click on my main channel, I can literally smell the witchcraft of that. It stank. It's like fecal matter. It stank. And you see it in my long form content because it's eerie. How it is that my watch hours are just frozen in one place in that channel is eerie. It's eerie. It's creepy. Like, if at all my watch hours have remained the same for the past couple of months, going nowhere, it means that every day when I upload, literally I've got 0 views, 0 views, 0 views, 0 across all my videos, no matter what I do with thumbnails, etc. And God has seen it fit to leave it that way. He has seen it fit to allow me to essentially gain subscribers in my shorts and not so much in my long form. Because the thing that is bringing people to my shorts to subscribe to me, one second, it is the investment that I make in my shorts, the time that I put in to them to make sure that everything is top quality, like regular, like basically established YouTuber quality. My shorts are YouTuber quality. They are not starter pack quality. They are not beginner quality. They are pro. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Ish, one second. My nails are so fragile. Can't deal. Okay, was grabbing a nail file over there. Yeah, my shorts are pro. They're YouTube quality. They're advanced YouTuber quality. So I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's a thing. I know that that's a thing because I don't know how many emails I've received from the YouTube Shorts community, which is invites only, trying to get me to join their community and what have you. Until I finally responded to them and said, fine, whatever. Yeah, I got invited for an invite-only shorts community, and that tells me that my shorts are invite-worthy. Yeah, so I recognize that likely the reason why my long-form content is not... what is this? No, it's not because people are not interested in me. It's because these witches, they're crazy. The state capture over South Africa is mal. It has lost its mind. These witches that have literally worn a diseased psychopathy in the country have entirely destituted a nation for the sake of their own selfish gain. Like I said, state capture. But the state capture is written in God's word about when you get to the place where you're standing before governors and kings and giving your testimony. Therefore, God is going to put words in your mouth that no one can resist. Yeah, A state capture cannot stand against words that cannot be resisted, especially when a person invests in all different kinds of animation for them. And in my shorts, I believe I'm getting taken up despite all this witchcraft and all this state capture by South Africans, by the South African witchcraft horde, by the covens in this land. I believe that the reason I'm getting taken up anyway is because they're too impactful, or they work. I don't know. There's something reaching about them that gets to people to a point where they can't just walk right past it. They can't just drive right past it. They gotta see what's going on. That's what's good and that's what's up and that's what's down. So I figured that if I can just do long form content similar to my shorts, I'll be good. But there is no way that I'm about to do long form content similar to my shorts for this kind of video, where it is that I will put in that kind of that amount of editing, where I will put in, basically invest in recording out in the sun. There is no way that I'm going to, where I'm in a car, where I'm not basically living in poverty, squalor, and all that jazz. There is no way that I can invest all that in my long form content, because it's going to be very inconvenient for me. It's going to be inconvenient, and on top of that, it's going to take too much time out of me to edit captions, to make sure that they're accurate, to ascertain a certain kind of video quality, to add animations, to be pedantic about even where my silences come in. Yeah, no. I, for the life of me, cannot do that for an hour video, 2 hour video. I will be here until next year. One day in the future, I will invest all that time in editing my long form content, because I will have incentive to, because people will be watching it. After 5 hours of uploading, I will have 1,000 views. And so for those reasons, I will invest all that blood, sweat and tears and drag myself through the streets like a snail, really very exhausted, yawning like no man's business, because I am doing a video for people that I am happy to work this hard for. Right now, there's no one watching me, so absolutely no incentive at all to invest all that blood, sweat, and trana. All of that blood, sweat, and tears is gonna get a sister killed over a video that's not getting watched. Already, I am bummed by the fact that I have started using thumbnails and I'm still not getting watched. People are this little state capture coven in this country, just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But thankfully my my thumbnail creation is not an onerous task. I've created a template that I just dump in whatever I want to dump in, and it's done on Canva. So it doesn't really matter if don't nobody look at me type establishment thing. But I really do want to invest like no man's business in little 3-minuters. You see, I can put in a little bit of time in a 3-minute in a video that is 3 minutes. I can put in some time in a video that is 5 minutes. 3. I said maximum 3. I can put in time to make sure the captions are cool. I've got an automate and what is the same? A silence detection software that takes out silences. So that's out of the way. Cool beans and bananas. Yeah, and add my little scriptures and whatnot at the end. I can do that for a 3-minute video. I can invest a little bit more time, add a little bit more animation in a 3-minute video. But I ain't doing that for an hour-long video. And 3 minutes is 3 minutes towards 3,000 watch hours. YouTube reduced the watch hours to 3,000. It used to be 4,000. I went on the earn page and I realized that it's now 3,000. And I also realized that to qualify for monetization, the subscriber numbers are no longer 1,000. It's 500 now. So I had passed that milestone some time ago. So essentially, I'm eligible for, in terms of subscriber numbers, I'm eligible for monetization across all my channels. All of them are over 500 subscribers. So if I can just hit those 4,000 watch hours in any one of them first, yo, finally, goodness gracious, I'm able to buy my own moringa, able to buy my own ginger, able to purchase my own fenugreek seeds, and do, goodness, like get my driver's license renewed already after years of it just sitting there gathering dust. Change out all 4 tires of my car, change out the battery, get my car washed at an actual car wash, for crying out loud, and the engine, replace my little oil thingy-mabobby, the thing that you use to check oil. Mine is broken. So yeah, so I can just do such little things as these with my first monetized channel, and then it'll just increase from there, go up from there. But I am looking for my first ever salary from my independent entrepreneurial endeavors, and I'm working to achieve that goal, and I'm going to achieve it because I'm in Christ. And the Lord made it clear that the scepter of the wicked will not remain in the land allotted to the righteous, lest they should turn their hands aside to do evil. Do you understand? Very well. So since the Lord has awarded me confirmation, I shall continue. Today he kept on saying that I'm gonna get a reward. I'm like, Kanjani, it's obviously not happening, that thing. But that was just a faithless woman talking to a God that has taken a minute to give her what she asked for in prayer, so she just is like Sarah laughing, you know, like Ruth, like Mara, like Naomi, thinking that she's not gonna get anything anymore because life is done for, and then next thing, booyah. So maybe I'm about to receive the reward of my watch hours growing. Me going into my video after 24 hours and realizing that, oh, I've got 200 views. Yeah, I would like to get at least 100 to 200 views after 24 hours. Like, you know, just like bless me with 10 views an hour. Like, yeah, and that would be great. Like that's not asking for too much with all of these billions of eyes on YouTube every single day, many of whom are Christian. I know that there are still Christians on earth because there are Christian YouTube channels that get viewed. There are still people that want to hear about God. We are not in the tribulation or something. Okay, so the fact that ain't nobody listening to me, state capture of South Africa, like Coventry, whatever's going on there. All of your sorcery, like, no, we're not doing that anymore. We are not doing it. Like, we are just not doing it. I am hopeful in Christ for clicking on a video after it has been up for 2 days, maybe 3, and noticing that I've got like 800 views. Like, it's like just 800. I'm not asking for 1,000 million. I'm not asking for 10 million. I'm not asking to be Russell Brand. Oh, crying aloud. I'm not asking to be Mr. Beast. I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast. I'm just trying to be somewhat relevant for my niche. And I would like to imagine that I am. But presently, ain't nobody trying to have a sister do anything. Because I'm living in a state-captured country where a whole bunch of, like, bandits are literally running the show. Yeah, it's like a genocide. And I don't know, like, whatever, guys. Okay, take your South Africa, run with it. I feel sorry for those that are innocent in these streets, but as for me, I'm on my way out. Just like with any country where there is a war, there are those that just are victims of the circumstance. They can't get out. They are subjugated to the tyranny of war criminals, being raped, family members just being killed, having their food taken away from them because soldiers are hungry. Like, yeah, proper. Like, they can't leave. Where they gonna go? Yeah, and then there are those that make a run for the border. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna live this rubbish life under the state capture by sorcerers in South Africa. I'm sorry. Hadebade. All of y'all that feel as if though South Africa, like, goodness, just get your act together. You can sit around in these streets and hope that they'll get their act together. You can sit around. You can sit around, guys. You can sit and sit and sit for 10 years. Ne? You can sit around and hope to bring them out of their insanity. But me personally, Kurazi, I have tried for 10 years. Yeah, I've already done the sitting for 10 years. Being like, but guys, why are you doing this so wrong? Don't you see you're destroying their own country? You are messing with your own economy. And they still insisted on finishing me off. Look at how there's just this eerie little violin playing with ominous music, sense of foreboding, horror type vibes on my big channel. The fact that I upload such important work with so much fever for Jesus and like literally 0 views. You are playing games, you are playing very dangerous. Playing very dangerous games, but it's okay. Play the dangerous games that you want to play. I need to steer clear from my languages because right now I'm literally producing content for non-South Africans because I am leaving. I am not going to live with the Taliban as an Afghani for leadership. As a woman, I can't study, I can't do anything. My future is over if I stay inside. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's like being a woman in Afghanistan after Joe Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. No more education, no more school. Everything just ends. Gee, it's like still staying in the Ukraine as a student, an international student studying there. Staying because, I mean, you've only got 1 year left to graduate from a Ukrainian university. Like, there's war. Do you want to wait 10 years for them to rebuild even that university after Vladimir Putin has stopped doing what he's doing? Do you want to wait for them to rebuild? You'll be a granny, girl. You'll be a granny. Like, if you want to live out the rest of your life, given that there's only, 70 to 80 years for us to live on this planet, some countries are just too ridiculous to live in. You gotta move. Or you won't have your children, you won't have your husband, you won't have your sunshine in the park. You won't have the stroller that you're pushing in the park. You will not have a semblance of a normal life if you insist on staying in a war-torn country trying to negotiate with war criminals to stop ravaging the country that they live in, to stop defecating where they eat. You're not going to get anywhere. And South Africa is a place where criminally insane witches are defecating where they eat. And until such time that they realize they have literally putrefied their whole country. And this is not sustainable, because where are they going to live? Where are they going to sit? Where are they going to put their bodies down to rest until they wake up and realize they have tarnished their whole land and made it unlivable and unsurvivable, destroyed the whole economy. Until they wake up to smell that particular uncomfortable coffee, they're not going to start to make amends and fix it and repent and do better. They basically need a whole devastated they need what is the word that I'm looking for? Like a wasteland. What they need is a war-torn zone, like a ravaged city that is going to require like a whole good 2 decades to so much as get like one city block operational, fully functional again. What they need is a war-ravaged area where not even plants can grow because there's so much nuclear poisoning. Yeah, they need that. They're waiting for that. They are waiting to have South Africa be an ash heap from a distance. Like all you see is just mushroom cloud from a distance, dust. And that's where South Africa used to be. That's what they need before they will realize, oh snap, I think I bombed my own country. And now when you still have hopes and dreams and you're like this bright-eyed and bushy-tailed young woman that wants to just want to be married, and I want a business, and I want like 4.5 kids, and I want fashion. I want to start like an Instagram page where I do like modest fashion for Christ, and I want like when you're still that shit trying to make puff pastry on YouTube, living in a place where people keep bombing it every day. Yeah, no, you're not gonna start your Insta fashion page. Forget it, girl. You are not going to start your puff pastry little cooking YouTube channel. You're not going to do it. You are not going to out here be sewing some cute purses and showing people how to do them in a tutorial on YouTube. You're not. You're not. You're not. Yeah, because you're going to be living in fear with your windows boarded up because like some random buffoon is out here decimating his own country. Own country, because he feels as if though he's in control. He's a soldier. He's a Talibani. Hey, he's the Taliban in Afghanistan. A wise person just leaves until further notice. I'll come back to South Africa when at least there's like bulldozers like lifting the heavy rocks that have landed on people's bodies, because now there's recovery of bodies being done alongside. Yeah, let's just put that there. Rebuilding of the nation. Maybe I'll come back like, tourist destination, kind of like what happened with a whole bunch of Germans, after the Holocaust ended, how they were made to all just go and gaze upon the marvelous artwork of Hitler at the concentration camps, all the dead bodies that were piled on top of each other. American soldiers out there holding their guns over this, making Germans see what was happening in their backyard while they pretended that there was nothing wrong with Hitler's rhetoric against the Jews. Yeah. I will come in and basically look at the carnage now that it's been cleaned up, now that there's like soldiers standing over guarding the situation, showing the locals just what it is that they were living right next door to. Yeah, they were living next to this kind of carnage, and they just carried on with their lives, smoking their cigarettes, drinking their booze, partying it up a storm, while Hitler's out here massacring some Jews at Auschwitz. Yeah, I might come back as a South African, make like a German, and just watch the dead bodies piled one on top of the other of Christians and anybody to all that like dared stand against the covenant in the country. Yeah, dared stand against ancestral worship. I'll come from a vantage point where I have now been basically, I'm in a position to observe the tragedy, the treachery, the travesties, the carnage that the country committed against itself. If anything, I feel as if though I'm like a soldier, an American soldier, more than I am, what do you call this, a German, because I'm out here trying to call out what's going on at Auschwitz, and South Africans are just like, they're reclining their chairs in their movie houses, seats, like Final Destination, unawares to themselves that a bomb is about to land in their backyard. Like, I apologize. I will come and see the carnage, perhaps with a teary eye, because I tried to stay like this nonsense from happening. I tried to prophesy war and I was ignored. I was impoverished for it. I was made super poor. Like, I was made a no-brainer in society, a second-class citizen. I was disenfranchised for simply highlighting that South Africa is a witchcraft state, and frankly, it's a state capture. And if they don't do something about it proper, we are not going to have the South Africa that we used to have. Right now, Google, yeah, it's all like customized for South Africa. Apparently there are elections happening in this land. The way that I just so don't care about what's going on in South Africa, I don't even know that there are some kind of elections happening. I don't know, is it the presidential ones or is it the municipal? I don't care. But Google is actually encouraging people to vote. with like South African flags being waved. I'm like, I didn't even know that it's voting season. Why? Because I've been that disenfranchised that I'm not even privy to like national news. I'm also not interested to listen, to find out what's going on with this country. I'm just not interested because it's a state capture. Who in the world is trying to vote in a country where there is a state capture? All you're doing is just basically playing a game, pretending that you are democratically putting a person in authority that you chose, when rather it's witches that are running the show. They all just recycle each other. You vote a new president in, it's just a brand spanking new witch. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I just don't care, guys. Even my Zulu's got an accent and a twang because I'm not South African. Like, I have defected. I have defected from this country. It is official. It's only a matter of time before my body catches up. If you're going to be sitting around in a war zone still trying to start an Insta page for fashion, girl, you're naive that day. You're naive on that day. All my dreams were withered away they were just taken away and dropped into a pool of acid and spoken of by through an incantation as entirely decimated until Christ salvaged me because he's in the business of restoration. Yeah, and now I'm leaving and I don't care what anybody thinks, says, does, tries to attempt to seize it, like proper chill him out at like the bank of the Red Sea, preventing me from crossing. Yo, I'm going in and the Lord is gonna split it and then swallow you whole with the water, seeing as you keep on following me en route. En route, O soldiers of Egypt, en route. You're naive, but I'm not staying in a war zone when I want to start a fashion page that I'm going to show some people how to dress in Christ like proper. There is no future for that dreamer in a country where there is a war. You gotta go, gotta let go, and I'm letting go. If anything, I let go long ago. It's just that I'm struggling to get the step in, but I'm leaving. I have dreams, I have ambitions. I only have one lifespan, and half of it has been taken already, like proper. I'm turning 40 this year, with no children, no husband, because I have been sitting in the center of the Ukraine after Vladimir Putin invaded. What the heck? Like, why didn't I go to a neighboring country? Why didn't I go to Poland on time? Why didn't I think to go to Poland? Because I had an option when I was still working at MTN to work in Dubai, like proper, like go and work. And if I had worked in Dubai, I would have gotten more opportunities to continue to work internationally, and I wouldn't have been subjugated to tyranny of working, for crying out loud, in this deadbeat country where all of your colleagues are going to bewitch you into oblivion. I had choices. I had options. Like, I properly had options, but I didn't take them up because I was not trying to move overseas. I didn't want to. I loved South Africa that much, and it bit me in the behind. Yeah, so I didn't go to Poland on time as a Ukrainian. And now, like, my whole family's been bombed because we insisted on staying. Now, I'm out here walking with one foot because I stood on a landmine. Now, my hair is falling off because I'm not getting enough nutrients. Now, my flat keeps on getting shelled. Now, I don't have an easy way to escape because I have to basically hide like a little rodent in some piping just to get to the nearest border that I might successfully leave the country that I was supposed to leave early enough for me to have some kind of a beautiful, thriving life with all of my milestones met, marry a man on time, have children on time, and go on right ahead to have grandchildren on time and all that jazz. But I'm going to be a grandmother because I decided to stay in the Ukraine thinking that Vladimir Putin is only going to bomb for 5 days. I didn't even know he was bombing at the time when I was awarded that opportunity. I did not even know. I stayed in a deadbeat country that has ever since then just gone downhill. And y'all are still out here voting for some people, wasting time. Who you gonna vote for? Julius Malem? I don't know. Keep your country. Just keep it so. Like proper, me, I don't care. I don't care, and I don't give a rat's behind you. I am careless. Where South Africa is concerned, I have absolutely no tact. I'm careless. I am absolutely careless. I do not matter. I do not care. It's absolutely irrelevant. Everything is irrelevant. Let me just put that out there. Just irrelevant. I'm leaving. If I don't, I will die. My eggs are gonna shrivel up in a corner despite me having big brains to give to some daughters and some sons. I got some good genes, yo. And they are just getting squandered by a war. Playing games. You are living dangerous. You are living very dangerous. You are playing very deep games. You are playing deep games without having the necessary depth to handle them. I am leaving you, South Africa. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. But instead of Argentina, it's South Africa. I'm getting this step in. Until the war is over. Maybe I'll come back. Tourist destination. Children be seen here. Photos at Auschwitz of dead bodies piled. Of people that used to be friends, family, loved ones, essentially, hey? Yeah, just Africans, like, piled up. Just like cadavers thrown in the ground easily. Just like, 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. Because that's how the occult deals with human beings, eh? Just give your uncle's name. Just like, Uput Isaac, yeah. Let that be the person sacrificed in a human sacrifice ritual. Your cousin, Tsegofatso, let her die. Like, yeah. Bodies piled at Auschwitz. Bodies piled, hey? Uncle Jabu, Uncle P, Auntie Pinky, what is this? Gogo, Sabrina. Yeah, all of them just getting killed. And if they're like family members, you just keep on giving them one name after the other. Little niece, little cousin, little baby sister. Like proper, you just don't care. Just vomit people's names easily. Like bile. Who do you want to sacrifice today? Karabo. Peggy. Tsegofatso. Neo. Tsepang. Pinky. Renilwe. Beth. Renilwe. Bacho. Just like that. Itumeleng. Charlotte. Paul. Hey Batung, isn't Paul like your brother? And now Paul's body, is like so emaciated and barely recognizable, being eaten by maggots, piled one on top of the other at Auschwitz, while some soldier is like, look what you Germans done, sat in the backyard of. Just look at them, hey? Thousands of dead Jews. But in my case, it's thousands of dead South Africans that have just been squandered, neutralized by family members and friends that decided that this one's gonna die this year because I'm gonna get that job promotion. And now he's RIP. Yeah, I'll come back after 20 years when I'm a granny, like as in my children are only now going to university. But I look like a grandmother. When my kids have their first children, I'm gonna look like a great-grandmother. Because you did that. But at least I'll have them. At least I'll have them. My kids are always gonna be worried about me dying on them. Not being there at their weddings because I might be gone. Yeah. But at least I'll have them. Because at some point my name was vomited. In a human sacrifice ritual, but I survived it. Yeah, I'm a Holocaust survivor, but like an ancestral worship Holocaust. Just messing with people's lives. Just like, I'm sorry, like I'm leaving. I'm getting this dip in, y'all. Otherwise, I'm not going to have my grandchildren that are actually going to be my children. Because I'm going to be the age of a grandmother by the time I have my first child. Yeah, that's what's good. That kid is going to be like my grandkid. Yeah, but hey, at least I will have gotten to use at least 1 or 2 of my eggs. You know what I mean? Ain't no need to waste all this intelligence. Ain't no need to waste all this beauty. Ain't no need to waste all this good hair. Ain't no need to waste all this an aging thing that I got going down. It's genetic. My mom's like that too. I gotta give that to some daughter so she can also be a beautiful, beautiful grandmother one day. But for now, their mom is being vomited in human sacrifice rituals, like perpetually. Like in my, like Papa, no, South Africa, Hade, Bade. Like I'm no. Anyway, so I made an observation today when I was checking my long form content out that I made super short. It got taken up ever so slightly, but it was poor quality, so I understood that it was ever so slightly, but it was something. It contributed to my watch hours. And so I've made a decision that I'm going to employ this strategy so that I can leave and stop being vomited over pots and cauldrons and calabashes in the occult to die. Or to marry some deadbeat rando, some sangoma dude, some weird little animal that thinks that I make for a good wife, even though he is a whole entire devil worshipper. Yeah, no more will I be entitled to by satanic men. I gotta escape the boundaries of this deadbeat country that is being run by the occult. unbeknownst to many South Africans. And only once the Holocaust has reached a height are they then going to realize just under heaven what's going on in their backyard. But I'm leaving. Hear me. All this eerie, weird, strange, ominous violin playing over my long form content that has been frozen in the same number of watch hours for months. I apologize. I'm leaving. That massacre, that chainsaw massacre, that Amityville horror, that Nightmare on Elm Street, that Pinky, that Lisilo Rula, like all that horror. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm getting up. Like, I'm stepping. All these crazy females are just trying to force me to end up with the men that they can't stand so that we can all just be in it together. Hey, like celebrate one another for having deadbeat husbands. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. I actually dreamt about one that gave me, what's the word that I'm looking for? She gave me a free favor. Yeah, a free service to redo my mini braids, since I'm just struggling, for crying out loud, to just get them redone myself. And she was only halfway through on my head. I went home and I slept, and the next day I went back on some show me outfit saying, let's finish. And she was like passing me shade, giving me attitude, because now she had changed her heart against me. That was what God in that dream was showing me, that in your country, in your South Africa, you're gonna have people that are gonna be happy with you today, give you favors today, basically hang with you today and call you mngani, chill, pinch, and all that jazz. Yeah, and then within like a whole 24 hours, they will be all different on you. They'll be passing you shade. I've been enduring it in the direct message space with women in particular. I have been seeing it ever since I came to Christ. Just this duplicitousness in women who crack up and change, and some caricature of what it is that I met at first then manifests just 2 seconds after meeting them. And so there's no consistency. I am exhausted, guys. I'm literally too tired. I can't, all this, she got like this, shifting shadow thing. I can't maintain myself in one position. All of your shape shifting, essentially. I can't. I need real friends. My girlfriends. Yeah, I grew up liking Girlfriends and Sex and the City with Sarah Jessica Parker and everybody before I got saved, of course, Yeah, those shows were like all up in my grill. I grew up looking forward to a certain kind of fellowship with some females, and I realized that I can't get that in a witchcraft state. I just, my girl, the car's not moving. I need friends. I don't want to be an older woman that don't got no fellow grannies with whom to chill, toast, and cheer. I want women with whom we can talk about the things of life, fellowship about Christ. I need friends. I need women. I need females. I need chest bumping people. Even if it's just 2 or 3 of them. I'm too old to be out here having crowds of many friends and everybody's on my WhatsApp. You know how the youth are like that. I just need, just like in my girlfriends, I just need Lynn, Maya, Joan, and who's the other one? Tony Childs. That's all I need. Like, that's all I need. Just 4. Just 3. Like, maybe even 1 girl, like a bestie, that's gonna last. All these fluid, flaccid, fluffy, tossed to and from rando cheekies that I fellowshipped with, and I was good peoples, and then they went awry on me. I apologize. One chick even put witchcraft on me to end up working at a restaurant, waiting tables. I saw myself gilly a waitress at Wimpy, wearing like a Wimpy, that red hat, and what's in Wimpy? Yeah, written Wimpy. Yeah. And I'm like, girl, you gonna be wish me to go work at Wimpy? What in the world? Like, I'm too smart for that. Like, proper, and I'm too old, and I'm too experienced, I'm too qualified, and I'm too innocent to have lost a career only to end up waiting tables at a restaurant. Let a student at varsity go in and wait tables at Wimpy, not a whole qualified professional that lost everything because of unjust state captures. Yeah, but she was my girl. Yeah, she was my girlfriend like that. That's just what happened. Some other chick, yeah, out here writing me on WhatsApp, let's fast together. And then when I tell her that I've got problems with my phone, she ghosts me. I'm sorry. Like, that's what's going on in these streets of South Africa. Keep each other. I don't even know how you maintain each other as friends. Like, I don't even know. Maybe you take it in your stride that every so often my girl's gonna ghost me. Or every so often she's gonna pass me shade. Every so often she's gonna be mean. Every so often she's not gonna respond to my calls and claim that she didn't see my WhatsApp, even though I see 2 blue ticks. Yeah. Girlfriend. Keep them. Keep your strange little fellowships that are literally settling and compromising. I want a real friend. I want a friend that's going to exercise self-control over jealousy as I will exercise my self-control over jealousy over her. I want someone with whom I can fellowship in Christ, someone I can actually trust, someone I can leave my kids with, and somebody that I can leave their kids with me. I need somebody, or a bunch of somebodies, like 2 or 3, like I said. I need friends, and I'm going to get them somewhere else. Friends with a strange accent that I don't understand because they're not from South Africa. Friends that I will never be able to speak Zulu with or Tswana, but it's okay, girl, because we tight. I'll teach her a couple of words here and there, and she'll know how to say sawubona or dumela. Yeah, at most, really. But like, I'm not about to stay in South Africa and endure all this rubbish just because I can speak our languages from the beginning of the sentence all the way up until the end of the night, only for you to bewitch me out of a career, to bewitch me out of a husband, to bewitch me out of children, bewitch me out of any prospect at all, bewitch me out of a prosperous YouTube channel, bewitch me out of all of those luncheon dates at design quarters in 4 ways, where it is that we broke bread because you left MTN, and we still maintained in touch because we were that tight when you worked at MTN, and then next thing, 2 months down the line, I've got spells from you, for real. Like that's the kind of stuff that I'm just not doing anymore. Not going to sit out here at a restaurant I've never seen before because my girl lives in that neighborhood, and I'm so glad to see you. Seeing as. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute because you left the company, but we still tight. We still chat. We still email. We still see each other at each other's apartments. And then you bewitch me. Whoa. Out here attending a brother's funeral, like only colleague to be there for you during that bad time. And then you bewitch me? Girl, not doing it anymore. Not doing it anymore. And like literally, I am too sorry. I am not out here meeting people's daughters who like me and they're like, mommy, your friend Kara was my role model, only for mommy to hate the fact that her daughter thinks I am a worthwhile role model to emulate. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be out here visiting you at your desk in the office, and you visit me at my desk, and every single day everybody sees us walking around over the company together because we're so tight, and then I lose everything and you gossip me with everybody else. Like, I'm done. All that betrayal and all that gloating over my loss of everything because you were low-key, just so competitive that you didn't even care to be there for me when I lost everything. That for me was the biggest like pain and like needle in my coffin. When all of my girls, my boombas, didn't even send me an SMS when MTN suspended me without cause. So all those lunches that we had together, all that time you spent at my desk distracting me, what was that about? Yeah, all that time when you came to see me in the hospital one time, when you came with your daughter to my mom's house to see me after I got discharged from the hospital. You did all that, girl, only for you to not even send me an SMS after I got suspended. What the heck were you harboring in your heart to abandon me that badly when you could, however, make it to hospital? Go out of your way and drive to a hospital to see me. You couldn't even send an SMS, text message. Nyan, Batum, when I lost it. Girl, I don't need anybody to redo my mini twists. It's okay, I'll do them myself. Until I get to wherever I'm going, and then maybe some chick will be prepared to spend hours on my head in Jeffel just replaiting my hair. I'll meet them somewhere else. I'm leaving this country. I'm leaving this ghostly, weird, ominous Holocaust center where Dr. Death is experimenting at Auschwitz on some bodies. I'm leaving. And I'm going to leave through the strategies that Jesus Christ has given me. First, I gotta be relevant enough for a country to not want nothing to do with me because I'm too poor. I'm not trying to be no refugee. I'm not trying to be no asylum seeker. I'm not trying to leave this country as somebody that a country has to take care of. I'm trying to leave this country as somebody that a country is glad to have. Because she's basically, what do they call, what's the word that I'm looking for right now? A headhunt, yeah. Like a usurpation, like a theft, a taking. Like a diaspora, like a person that ends up getting a work permit in another country to live there permanently because they've got skills for that land. Like a bit of an Elon Musk, or if we will use a person in the entertainment industry, a Trevor Noah or a Tyler. Yeah, go in and work in America because you're that skilled. They're not refugees, they're not asylum seekers. America's not trying to take care of them. They are there in the capacity of adding to the value of that economy. That's how I'm trying to go. And there is no way under heaven that I'm ever going to go like that. Poor. There's no way that I'm ever gonna go like that, struggling to start a YouTube channel. I've got to be bigger and better than that. I ain't no refugee. I am a diaspora from South Africa, a defector, and I'm gonna get it right. Do you understand? I'm going to get it right. I am going to get it right. And you are all going to watch it happen right before your eyes, because it's written in God's word that He will set for us a table in the presence of our enemies. So you're gonna see me leave just the same way that Trevor Noah left, in an airplane, invited to America. He did not go there crashing into the border because South Africa was shooting him out. He went there, snatched out, and headhunted from the country. I'm not saying I'm going to the US, but I'm saying wherever I am going, that's how I'm going. Watch this space. I'm signing out in Christ's name, Cran K. Peace.